to the show. Today, we want to brighten your day with all of the beautiful colors of spring. Now, when we first came up with this idea for this show, I had the perfect recipe for it. I was like, guys, I'm gonna take you way back to 1997, when I was a kid, because this is the recipe I made all the time. We are making something, it's a little bit kitschy. Is it the classiest thing in the world? No, but it's gonna be totally wonderful. We are making a rainbow cake, because that's the thing, I know. Truly, this is like throwing me right back into being in grade 2. Like most grade 2s, I was really interested in baking, you know, very cool and fun. It's honestly one of my favorite things to make though. It's super fun and bright. It's really cute. It's a great thing to do with the kids if it's a bit rainy out, because everybody needs a bit of sunshine on a rainy day. So we've got that cake batter started in this mixer. So in here, I've got a half a cup of butter at room temp, just beaten together with a cup of sugar. Then I added in 2 eggs, little bit of vanilla, and then I added in a cup of yogurt, just plain yogurt. You could also use vanilla yogurt, and you could even use sour cream. All right, now into there, I'm gonna add in my dry ingredients. So I'm gonna sift mine in, because I don't know about you, but lately my flour has been lumpy, and I do not like a lumpy flour. So I'm gonna add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. If you find your flour's fine and it's not giving you lumps, you can totally just mix this together in a bowl. You don't even need to sift it. But I'm just gonna add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. If you had cake and pastry flour, that would work as well, but all-purpose works perfectly. All right? Now for a little bit of lift and lightness, I'm gonna add in a teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder. That baking powder gives you that gives you like a double lift. When that hits the heat of the oven, you get an extra little bit of puff. This baking soda, however, reacts with a little bit of acidity in that yogurt, gives you that initial little bit of like lift and rise and bubbliness, giving you a perfect cake texture. Now I'm also gonna add in about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt just to balance out that sugar, and just sift that over. Honestly, I hate sifting. This is a fun fact about me. I always find it messy. It's not what I want to do. But sometimes when your flour's a little lumpy, just sift. I'm like, Mary, just sift. It's going to be fine. All right, now I'm just going to mix that together. Again, you can do this by hand or you can use the mixer. But it comes together really nice and quickly. Because of that yogurt in there and that baking powder and baking soda, it's a nice thick cake batter because it reacts. So you get that little bit of lift and bubble. All right, that's looking good to me. I'm gonna pop that off, take that off, and give that a little bit of an extra mix. This is something that I always do, because anytime you're using a mixer, there's always a little bit of batter that hasn't incorporated totally in. So just give that a mix up. Then I'm just gonna use a spatula, get all that delicious batter that already smells so good. If you wanted to, you could change up the flavor here. You could add in a little bit of almond extract, that would be nice. But vanilla is a classic for a reason. All right. Now grab that bowl, and then I want to divide this batter into 3 separate bowls. This is where we start to get a little rainbowy. If you wanted to just make a classic bundt cake, you could use this batter perfectly and it would be delicious. Again, kind of coffee cake vibes. But if you divide it up and then use a little bit of very 7-year-old magic, AKA food coloring, you can make that little bit of a rainbow vibe. So I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow into one. If you really want to be rainbow accurate, feel free to do the whole Roy G. Biv situation, but I'm just doing red, yellow, and blue, which the red always turns out pink, but I loved pink as a kid, I'm not gonna lie. All right, pop those in. All right, then you just want to mix those together until you get that beautiful color throughout the batter. Again, this is a nice thick batter, it's really, really tasty. Now, if you know your color wheel, you're gonna see I'm about to kind of make orange, but that's okay. You can switch up if you'd like. Just mix it until it's all incorporated. Beautiful. Then what you want to do with these different batters is just transfer it into your bundt pan. Since this is a coffee cake, again, it's nice and thick, but as it bakes, it's going to all level out. So we're going to start with the red. I would mix it a little bit more, but you know, a swirly cake is always good. So add that on in. Add in the yellow. You can do it in lines. You can do it in sections. You could even use a spring-loaded ice cream scoop to get everything nice and distributed. That would be perfect as well. Pop that in. Again, I would swirl these together a little bit, make it really nice and pretty. Then you want to pop that into your 350-degree oven for about 40 to 45 minutes, just until that's cooked through and nice and springy to the touch. Once that's done, you've got a cake that looks like this. A perfect little bundt, which is always a fun thing. I mean, it's cute, right? Now, this is where, if you wanted to, you could decorate this as is. You could do a glaze on there, but this is where I like to take the extra step and give it a rainbow shape. So grab a serrated knife, cut that cake in half. Now you don't just have one cake, you have two cakes, which is very, very nice. You'll see, look at those colors. Isn't that fun? Then you just take it, pop it onto a serving dish like a rainbow. And since I asked you to go to the trouble of making the actual cake, you're just gonna use store-bought frosting, because I'm not gonna lie, I love store-bought vanilla. You're welcome. Honestly, I always feel good about it. Store-bought vanilla icing is so good. It tastes kind of like soft serve ice cream. So what I'm gonna do is start with that red, spread that all over the top. You could use a piping bag for this if you'd like to, but you wanna stick to those classic kind of rainbow colors. Now this is not gonna be the cutest, but she's gonna be delicious. That little bit of yellow on there too. Okay, I'm gonna try to slap this right on the front. Let's see if I can use the camera, the monitor. There you go, okay. We're going for it. Again, swirly, always good. But luckily, in the case of television, as most things are, we've got a Susie swap. Our wonderful culinary cake decorator, Susie, made this little number. Isn't this the cutest cake you've ever seen? A couple little marshmallows on there, and you've got the perfect cake. And then you just get to take a little slice right on into your rainbow. I got the marshmallowy piece, which makes me very happy. Pop that onto your plate. And then you get to dig into the most adorable cake that brings me right back to being a 7-year-old. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.